Good morning and welcome to our social studies lesson today. And in our lesson today, I want us to still continue with the scramble and partition of Africa. This is what we discussed in our previous lesson, whereby we talked about the reasons for the scramble and partition of Africa. Now, I want to talk about the Berlin Conference. I said that during this scramble or this rush to acquire colonies in Africa, the Chancellor of Germany at that time, Otto von Bismarck, he saw that there was about to erupt a war between the European nations. And by so doing, he called for a conference, what we call it as Berlin Conference. He called for a Berlin Conference. This conference was chaired by who? Otto von Bismarck. He chaired the conference. He was the Chancellor of Germany at that time, and this conference was attended by Germany, Britain, France, we have Spain, Belgium, and we have Italy and Portugal. Those are the countries which attended the Berlin Conference. These ones attended the Berlin Conference. They attended the Berlin Conference. Those 7 European powers. They are the ones who attended the Berlin Conference. And it is in this conference whereby Africa was divided among the European powers. What we call it as the partition now. The sharing, how they shared Africa into colonies. And in Berlin Conference, French was able to get more colonies in Africa because French had 20 colonies. French or France. France took 20 colonies in Africa. French had 20 colonies, followed by Britain. Britain, which took 17 colonies. These French colonies were countries like Morocco, Senegal, Burkina Faso, Algeria, Mauritania, Benin, Cote d'Ivoire, French Somaliland, Congo Brazzaville, Djibouti, Central Africa Republic, we had Seychelles, Guinea Conakry, Mauritius, Chad, Mali, Gabon, Niger, Comoros, and Madagascar. Those were the 20 colonies. You look at your book and you find them there. And most of the West Africa, most of the colonies, these 20 colonies, most of them were in West Africa. And island countries. Most of the island countries and the West African states were colonized by French. These island countries which are colonized by French were countries like Seychelles, Comoros, a country like Madagascar, Mauritius, a country like which other one? Yeah, those countries, those island countries were colonized by French, apart from one, Cape which was colonized by Portugal. But all the other island countries were colonized by French. And most of West African states were colonized by French. Britain, I've said Britain took 17 colonies in Africa, whereby these colonies were Kenya was the first one, followed by Egypt. We had British Somaliland, Sudan, South Africa, Botswana, a country like Nigeria, Uganda, Lesotho, Zimbabwe, Malawi, Zambia, Sierra Leone, Swaziland, Ghana, and Zanzibar. Those were colonies, were the British colonies. Want just to illustrate something here. Well, I say that is Africa. Most of these countries here, apart from a few here, apart from a few countries here, this is Egypt, Libya, Egypt. All this area was colonized by French. All that area was colonized by French. That's why I'm saying most of West Africa was colonized by French. Here we have a few which was not colonized, like Sierra Leone, not Sierra Leone, but a country like Western Sahara here, a country like this country here. So most of these, the others were colonized by French. Then British took here. Ethiopia here, it was never colonized here. Ethiopia was never colonized. Why was Ethiopia never colonized? Ethiopia was not colonized because the Italians who tried to colonize them were defeated by the strong Ethiopian army during the Battle of Adwa. The Italians were defeated by Ethiopian army at the Battle of Adwa, and that was in the year 1896. In 1896, Italians were defeated by the Ethiopians at the Battle of Adwa. That's why Ethiopia was never colonized. Another country that was never colonized was Liberia, and Liberia was not colonized since American organization bought it and made it the home for freed slaves. I've said that Liberia here, it was never colonized here. This region there was never colonized because it was bought by American organization to be home for freed slaves. To be the home for freed slaves. And that's why it was never colonized. So British took all this part here. Apart from here, we have French. We have here Djibouti there. Italian, Somaliland there. All this area here was colonized by British. Then Tanganyika here. Tanganyika was colonized by German. Tanzania was colonized by German. By that time it was known as Tanganyika. Together with Namibia here. Namibia was German, together with another country that is German colony. We had a country like Cameroon. Cameroon here. This is Cameroon. Cameroon was colonized by, Cameroon is here, German. Togo the same here. We have Togo here. Togo was also German. So German colonies were Cameroon, Tanganyika, Namibia, Togo, and Rwanda and Burundi. Rwanda and Burundi. All those ones were German colonies. And remember, after the First World War, in 1918, First World War started in 1914 and ended in 1918. After the First World War, all colonies that belonged to Germany were taken away and given to other European powers to run them. This is because Germans were claimed to have started the war. It was claimed that Germans had started the First World War. And this made the League of Nations, which was formed to prevent occurrence of another world war, or it was formed to maintain the world peace. It took the colonies from Germany and distributed them to other European powers, whereby Tanganyika was given to British to run it. Rwanda and Burundi were given to Belgium. So German colonies were taken away from it in 1918 by the League of Nations. You'll find that here from there we have Mozambique here. Mozambique was colonized by Portugal. Mozambique was colonized by Portugal together with Equatorial Guinea, which is found here, Equatorial Guinea. Another country that was colonized by Portugal was Cape Verde. Cape Verde here was colonized by Portugal. A country like Guinea-Bissau is found here. We have country like Sao Tome and Principe. Sao Tome and Principe is found here. It was also colonized by Portugal. So Portugal had 6 colonies in Africa. Portugal had 6 colonies in Africa. That is Mozambique, Angola, Cape Verde, Guinea-Bissau, Equatorial Guinea, and Sao Tome and Principe. The other European power was Italy, and I'll say that Italy had 3 colonies. That is Libya. This was Italy. We had Italian Somaliland. Then the last Italian colony was Eritrea. Here, Eritrea. Eritrea was colonized by Italy. So those were the Italian colonies in Africa. Spain had Western Sahara and Spanish Morocco. Part of Morocco here. Part of Morocco was under Spain. Then Western Sahara was under Spain. Lastly, we have Belgium. Belgium took Congo. It was given Congo. Then later, Rwanda and Burundi after First World War. And Lana, that is how the European nations shared the colonies among themselves. In our next lesson, we are going to discuss about how Africans responded to colonial